Now we've got our tip top and our guides wrapped on there. The next step is going to be to align our guides. Now, the quickest way I found to do it is work from your butt guide first, the guide closest to the butt. So all I'm going to do there is leave it in my wrapper and just put my reel seat straight up and eyeball that guide. Just draw a straight line down there. Now that butt guide is now a reference for my next guide. I'm just going to grab this guide and just slide it around the blank. That's the benefit of using that guide foot adhesive. It comes loose, nice and easy. I can twist that guide without any issues. Twist that guide, eyeball it, good to go. So I'll line them all up just like that, and then what I do as the final acid test is I'll take this rod, turn it over, stand up behind it, and look down, and I will use the blank to split the guide. Line up your eye so that the blank is going right down the middle of this guide, and when you have that, you'll see an even portion, an even half really, of each side of that ring. And when you're in that position, line up with that, the rest of your guides will line up the same. I see half the ring here, all the way down. And it's just the easiest way to make sure you've got your guide spaced correctly. Looking this way, you can get very close, but then you start getting the rings in the way of each other. But if you turn this blank over, now the rings are on the bottom side. You can look at each guide individually, and by knowing that you've got it split perfectly on your first guide, they should be all split consecutively down the line. Just the easiest way to do it. So we know our guides are lined up directly with our reel seat because we line them up one at a time towards the base of the rod. So now we're going to tweak our tip top to make sure it is as well. You go through all the time and effort to building your own rod. You want to make sure that you don't skip out on this step because you want to perform to the best of its ability. And if you have guides going in different directions or tip top in different directions, you're pushing that line side to side, adding friction that's not needed. You want that line to travel through a straight path and with as least resistance as possible. So what I'm going to do is just take the tip top right here closest to my face, put the rod on the ground, and I see all my guides are lined up straight in a row, and my tip top is just a tad to the right. Let's take my alcohol burner and just lightly heat around the tube of the tip top. Doesn't take much, and I'm just gonna ever so gently give it a little twist. That's it. Now we've got all our guides installed, aligned, as well as our tip top. Our handle is complete.